mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Yes. Hello, good afternoon, Miss Quisha Wint. How are you?
I am great. I am wonderful. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Toronto. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Miss Quisha Wint on Radioregent on the Koolbreeze Experience show. My name is Curtis Anthony. Call me Anthony Curtis. Thanks for taking the opportunity to talk to you and coming down to Radioregent. Today we're going to talk a bit about your evolution, your vision, your mission, and your spirituality of your music.
Oh.
But before we get into the
Big
meat,
questions.
yes. But before we get in the meat of things, how have you been?
I'm great.
Wow.
You know, I've been working hard. As you know, I had the musical that I directed and acted in.
Yes.
Dandelions in the Wind, right in Regent Park at Daniel Spectrum, and currently just been working on a lot of projects.
Right. We're gonna talk about those in just a bit. Tell us, what's a normal day for you outside of music?
I wake up, eat breakfast. I go to the gym.
Right.
I think physical workout is really good.
Right.
And I will probably have some kind of a meeting in regards to music. Like, music is ingrained in me.
Yes.
I you know, it's a part of my DNA.
Yes.
And you know, maybe go call some friends, call my grandmothers,
Yes.
talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but usually I'm listening to music. I have to learn something for some show or something like that.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
That's great. Tell us, what would you say the one thing more than any other that accounts for your success? Talent, luck, or charm?
well, I would say talent, but I feel that it's a God-given thing.
Right.
So I never take that for granted.
Okay.
I also think that it's how you treat people.
Absolutely.
It's very important,
Mm-hmm.
because I would prefer to hire somebody that has a good character
Right.
rather than someone who has talent and is not of good character.
Okay.
So if you're lacking in the talented area but you have an amazing character, I will hire you, because we need to make sure that the personalities blend within a team setting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell the fans from a historical perspective, how did you get started?
I got started singing from age 6. Started in the church. I grew up in the church.
Right.
And my the music director at the church, Marlene Dixon, was the one who encouraged me to sing. And I sang my first song. I was in my pigtails, my nice little dress and shoes, sang in front of the church for the first time. And they were yelling out, it was a West Indian church, encore, encore, encore. I had no idea what that meant.
Uh-huh.
And she looked at me and she said, you have to sing it again.
Right.
So that's where it started.
Okay. Okay. Tell us about some of the other bands you're affiliated with.
Oh my goodness, there's just so many.
Let's through a couple of them, a few.
Well, you know that I used to sing with Jack Soul.
Right.
Before
Amazing
Neil
guy.
passed away.
Yeah.
Yes. He was like a brother to me, a big brother to me. I used to sing with Maestro, backgrounds from Maestro.
Wow.
And
Wow.
for Snow.
Snow, wow. Informa.
Yes, Informa.
Informa.
Right.
Okay.
Currently, right now, I'm doing a lot of tribute shows where I am being shown as a main artist. So
Yeah.
the Stack Show with Lance Anderson,
Okay.
Motown Show, Lance Anderson. I just did a show last night at Hughes Room live.
All right.
And thank goodness the venue is opened up again, because it's
Okay.
great for live music.
Right.
And we did the Mad Dog and the Englishman, the music of Joe Cocker
Oh,
and
amazing.
Leon Russell.
Oh,
and that is
great
such
writers.
a fabulous,
Great
fabulous show.
Oh, man.
So that's what I've been doing a lot, and a lot of studio sessions.
Yes.
And people have been asking me, when am I going to come out with another CD?
Right.
Because it's been since 2012.
Uh-huh.
And so I've been thinking about it because I don't like to be rush.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I need
quality doesn't come with it sometimes.
Exactly. I don't want to be one of those people that just pushes out music for the sake of it.
Right.
I need to have something to say.
Yes.
And say it well.
Okay. Tell us about Dandelions.
Dandelions in the Wind was a remarkable, beautiful experience. We are trying to relaunch it again.
Okay.
Next year will be the 50th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination.
68, yeah.
So we found it very informative, the musical. We had students send us letters. They were singing songs apparently back on the school bus, going back to the school from the musical.
Right.
They were impacted by the information. They had no idea certain things happened back in the civil rights era that, you know.
It's a far removed generation.
Totally. They had no idea the struggles. And so we look at this as a very big educational tool. And also for the older people who lived through it, they said, you brought us back in time. You allowed us to remember what took place. And it's fun. It's okay to do that because we have to remember.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Tell us about making a living as a musician today where social media is paramount.
Oh my goodness. You have to use social media. And I know that there's some artists that don't use social media, but I find it very paramount, especially in the fact that pretty much everybody's on it.
Right.
And this is where they get their information from. If
Okay.
you need to be in the know,
Right.
you need to be on social media.
Okay.
You know, now,
Yeah.
the thing is, I'm kind of into Instagram, but I'm not.
Right.
Like, I don't understand Instagram
Right.
too tough, but Facebook is my thing.
Right.
So I think it's important. You have to have it in this day and age to promote yourself.
Absolutely. The importance of a musical education and the business acumen of the music side.
Oh, very important. Because you need to know what you're getting into.
Right.
You need to understand that this music, to be honest, I find that the music industry seems like slavery at times.
Yes.
We don't get, as an artist, you don't get your fair share
Right.
of the pay. You don't get your fair share of what is supposed to be yours. And so it's important that you know what you're getting into so that you don't get railroaded into making decisions
Right.
that you don't want to make
Okay.
or signing contracts.
Wow. Okay. Quisha, I have to ask you, making a living as a musician in Toronto, how sustainable is that?
It is sustainable. I'm doing it. I'm living proof. So I really think is you have to really go out there and get it. You know, people ask me, well, how do you do that? Well, our industry is all about social networking.
Okay.
You've got to get out there
Get it.
and be talking to people, get to know people.
Okay.
Go out to the jam nights. Go out to the nights where there's other musicians playing somewhere, because that's your network.
Right.
Talk to people. And when they see, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
So when
right.
they see you,
Right.
they remember you. That's why also social media works as well, because when they see you pop up on their page,
Right.
you know, just because you have a Facebook page, you need to be posting
Right.
so that it appears on other people's pages so they remember you.
Okay.
It's very important to
Great.
go out there. We're a social networking crowd. This is not I have a diploma in singing and I'm a musician. I got my degree from Humber or Sheridan or York University
Yeah.
or, you know, went to Berkeley. No, people don't care about that.
Right.
It's about knowing you, who you are.
Okay.
What's your work ethic like?
Wow. Okay. Your greatest impact with music, what would you say?
My greatest impact with music. What would I say? I think gospel music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gospel.
Definitely, because the message is there, is
Okay.
in that.
All right.
You know?
Now, tell us some of your milestones with music.
Well, I had the privilege of being on Canada's Walk of Fame. twice.
Nice.
Performing.
Mhm.
I've also been on the Junos 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
Performed in front of governors, just because it's Canada's 150th.
Yes, it's a big deal.
This is a big deal. So
It's a
I am
big deal.
singing
Okay.
3 times for new Canadian citizens.
Wow.
We'll be singing the national anthem in
Wow.
English and French.
Right.
And so I feel so privileged
Right.
to be able to do this.
Okay.
And this is where music brings you. Music can bring you to so many amazing opportunities.
Wow.
So
It's incredible. Tell us, Quisha, what would your life been without music?
how can you ask me that?
I'm gonna throw it out there. What would your life have been?
There's no life without music for
Thank-
me.
good.
There's no life.
Yes, I hear you. And let's see, what was your big break, turning point that accelerated your growth?
You know what? This is an interesting story. When I was at Humber College,
Mhm.
I really didn't know what the opportunities were like
Right.
out there in the industry. All I knew is that you could be a big name artist and get a record deal and you're good to go.
Right.
But we know that's very far in between as
Right.
to how many people do that.
Right.
Well, I got asked by one of my professors. He said, he just looked at me, and this is the time when the Tina Turner movie came out, What's Love Got to Do with It?
Ooh, killer movie.
And Angela Bassett
Yes.
played Tina Turner. And I remember we were crossing paths on the stairs. I was going up, he was coming down, and he said, Quisha. And I said, Tony. And he said, you know what? You would make a good Tina Turner. And I kind of looked at him side-eye like, well, there is a Tina Turner. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I had no idea that there was a whole different area in the music industry where you can impersonate an artist and make crazy money doing it. So if people can't afford
Oh.
to hire Tina Turner or, Elvis, well, Elvis is dead, but, Rod Stewart, they would hire an impersonator and make a big show out of it.
Okay.
That was my big moment.
Wow.
And I started to impersonate Tina Turner back in 1995, 96.
Wow.
I
That's
retired in 2008. I even have a picture I could show you.
unbelievable. Oh, I'd love to see it. Did you ever envision, after all these years in music, you would have such an impact on the Canadian music scene?
No, never. Never, because I'm just doing what I love.
Right.
This is, I feel like this gift has been given to me for a reason. I'm using it.
Right.
I'm using it for good.
Right.
And I just do what I do.
Nice. How do you balance work, music, projects, etc.?
I don't. I think they're all morph into one. It's a part of my life. I just, I'm a single mother,
Right.
so I make it work.
Right.
I don't know what it is
Find a
about
formula,
women.
a magic.
Yeah, there's no magic
Yeah.
to it. It's you put priority on the things you need to put priority on,
Right
and
on.
you make it work.
Right on.
So my son is a priority. So
Right.
in order for him, he is my priority. So I have to work to make money so I could put food in his mouth.
Right.
So everything kind of just blends in together. So I got to work so he can eat, he can get the things that he needs for school and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Tell us, Quisha, when it's all said and done with music, years from now, how would you like to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as someone who cared about people,
Okay.
who loved to help people.
Right.
Because I look at this industry as it's not just about me.
Right.
I love promoting other artists as
Okay.
well
Mm-hmm.
when I can. And I just want people to remember me as the fun-loving, bubbly Quisha,
Yes.
who just loves life.
Right. Right. Nice. What do you do to bring out the best in yourself while you're performing?
I meditate. I meditate, I pray. I think of the artists past
Right.
that have passed on and who have paved, the way for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say to myself, Quisha, bring your inner Whitney Houston out.
Wow.
when you're singing, about to sing this song.
Okay.
That, that really gives me ways to get ready
Right.
to perform.
Okay.
Yeah, and just make sure I'm in a good headspace.
Right. And the magic will come.
Yeah, no alcohol.
Oh.
Not until after.
What fuels your passion to continue to play music?
Just seeing the joy on people's faces when you perform.
Wow.
Even though there's been times when I've had my sad moments and I know I had to perform,
Okay.
and somehow that is healing for me as well as for them.
Okay.
So it's therapeutic.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Have you ever been at the crossroads with music and you said to yourself, perhaps I should try another career?
Yes, I have. I actually spoke to a good friend of mine yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, I actually, for the past 2 years, I was struggling vocally.
Okay.
Something within me, I think I took on some bad singing habit.
Okay.
And something within me, the voice in my head was telling me I am no longer a singer. I am a bad singer. I'm
Wow.
a terrible singer.
Mhm.
And it's amazing how you can have a negative spin on your own self to cause you to think a certain way. And
You have
so
to correct it.
absolutely. So what happened was I took on some bad singing habits because of lack of rest.
Right.
I was singing too much.
Yes.
And I look at singing
Burnt out.
as exactly. I look at singing as an aerobic exercise.
Right.
Especially when I'm doing a wedding gig and we're singing the reception.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-hour stint.
Right.
So you're singing high power pop songs, whatever, going. Sometimes my body couldn't take it anymore. It was like, we're done. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Guy a bed, kind of thing. But so what happened was I took on some bad singing habits, wasn't singing properly, and so I went back to my vocal coach, Falconer Abraham. And he is phenomenal. He's brought me back to a good headspace, and I'm forever grateful for his help.
Great. That's an illuminating explanation.
Yes.
Tell us, Quisha, do men and women generally get the same opportunities and equal pay with music?
I think so. In the sense, actually, it depends. I find that frontline, when I say frontline, it's the lead vocalists get paid more than the musicians in the back.
Okay.
But my whole thinking is when I have I'm putting on a QW Productions,
Yeah.
I have everybody paid the same amount because it's a team effort.
Okay.
Right?
That is great. Was there something that even you were amazed about yourself, that your musical experience showed you on another level of Quisha Wint, that you didn't know, and you said,
I think putting on a production, I had no idea that I had it in me to do something like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Great. It is. What's the biggest challenge for you now?
Just keeping things relevant. I want to help other artists by having them work.
Okay.
So, this is why I'm doing that show on Thursday, June 22nd. And it's celebrating the music of Lionel Richie.
Oh, that's going to be something.
Yes.
And we've got to talk about, I came to your concert a little while back.
Yes.
With tribute to Marvin Gaye and Luther Vandross.
Yes, their birthday bash.
Fans, listen to me, the Koolbreeze. Go there and see it. It was just phenomenal. I was just like, my heart almost melted to see the performance, the class, the grace, the whole structure of how everything played off. And don't be late for a Quisha Wint's concert. She says 6:30, it starts 6:29. If it
Got
says
that right.
7:30, it's 7:29. It's on time.
Yeah, this is not no West Indian flex
Yeah.
where you can come at, I say 6:30 and it doesn't start till 7:30. When I say 6:30, it starts at 6:30. So you need to be there, and it's a professional show.
Yes, and I got flashbacks when I was taking in your concert with Karen Jules, Michael
Yes.
Dunstan,
Carlos
Morgan, and the whole band.
Yes.
And I remember years ago I was filming a concert, and we had the bigger cameras in those days, and this woman singing, I can't remember her name, it escapes me, but I was bubbling back and forth, side by side, and just to get the images, I couldn't stabilize because the magic I saw on stage.
Oh.
It's just the adrenaline pumping, and it's just all kinds of stuff came through my mind back there, somewhere in the early '80s.
Yeah.
I met a girl. She was like 6'1", big, broad, strong, but beautiful, and we went to a party. And I think she takes some kind of form of martial arts. Grabbed me by my collar, and I'm a 6 foot guy. Put me against the wall. She says, Curtis, Anthony, if I ever see you nibbling on some honey's earlobe or chatting up some babes, I'm gonna cut you with a wooden spoon. I said, you know what? I kind of sort of like this girl.
Oh boy. You like them rough, hey?
Well, she was beautiful. There was another time I was going somewhere to another concert, and this girl, I almost put the car in a ditch.
Oh my goodness.
She was so curvaceous, voluptuous,
Yeah.
beautiful, and the way she stepped out and mashed the brakes. Scared. I almost totaled the car. I said, this woman thing, this lust for a beautiful woman, I gotta put a stop to it. Well, at least slow it down. No, slow it down.
Stop to it.
No, you just slow it down.
Yes, just slow it
because
down. Yeah.
it was just like amazing what women can do to you. It's
Oh
just,
my goodness.
it's
Yes.
mind blowing. And I gotta tell you, Quisha, I mean, you've gotta see it. June.
So it's Thursday, June 22nd, inside Lula Lounge, which is 1585 Dundas Street
Yeah.
West.
Yeah.
And doors open at 6:30. Show starts right at 7:30, and we are done right at 9 o'clock because they have a second show. So it's we're going to be celebrating Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
And also, what was I going to say? It's $10 if you make a dinner reservation, and $15 without
Okay.
a dinner reservation.
Wonderful. It's going to be a marvelous evening of entertainment. And I'm telling you, fans, firsthand, for what I saw, the performance, I was in awe.
They can check out your
Go online and you'll see my video interview with Quisha Wint concert. It's unbelievable. I sat there with the camera in my hands, and I go, my goodness, the performance. I feel like this Quisha, if I could just hug her, kiss her or something. Anyways, that's my craziness going on in my head. Anyways, Quisha, I'm telling you, it's been an honor and pleasure having you at Radioregent.
Thank you for having me once again.
You're welcome on the Koolbreeze experience at Radioregent. Always delighted to have you here. Radioregent, we're #1 for independent artists, and we take care of our own, local to global.
That's it.
Go see Quisha, and we're gonna continue in a few minutes here. I gotta get some sound bites right now.
All right.
Yes.